कर्णेभिः
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम आपादमौलि पर्यन्तं गुरूणाम् आकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवागुंसस्तनूभिः दशेम देवैतं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो रुद्रश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति न साक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ अग्ने नया सुपथा राहे अस्मान् विश्वानि देवा वयुनानि विद्वान् योद्यस्मः जुहुदाणमेनो भूयिष्ठां ते नमः हुक्तिं विधेम ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसी जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरा इषहोति व्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्रीर्धेनुर्वोढ्वा नड्वान् आशसप्तिः पुरन्दर्योषा जिष्णु रथेष्टाः तपेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतो फलवत्यो न वोषरेः पश्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनिरते उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम तत्सतु नमस्ते।
So we are just on the journey of learning Mahanyasam. Once again, if we have learned already, again we are learning. And the more number of times we repeat the Veda mantras, the more phala it is able to yield us. Yajna phala, mantra phala, because yajna and balam, yajna and mantram, they are stronger ones. Therefore, not only they give you the fruits, also they provide us balam. So, balena, with balam, everything we are able to do. And in this again, how do you get the balam means nyasa. Nyasa is important in Mahanarayana Upanishad. It has been pointed out, nyasa is one of the sadhanas for siddhi of happiness and moksham also. So, sadhana, sadhya, siddhi. And all these three are possible because of the nyasa. That is the depositing and getting deposited and depositing. So that there will be equalization and there will not be any difference between x and y. So x is equal to y or x and x by y or x divided by whatever that. So we have got that kind of relationship, and that relationship we are able to establish through the aspect of Mahanyasa. Because even in the Nyasa, we have got, as you know, differences. I mean, number is so different. Number is very important. So we have got Karanyasa, Hastanyasa, Ekanyasa, Trayanyasa, Panchanyasa, and so on. In fact, there is in Mysore, as you know, there is one association or group of people called, styling themselves Trayanyasa. So much of Devi Upasana, Homa, and Pujas, and everything is being conducted by Trayanyasa people, headed by Ananda Swamiji, who is very much He has got his house itself is a temple. He has provided a temple. All gods are there, goddesses are there, pujas are done. Because we are frail, we are very weak. So in order to go with or meddle with the high voltage powered Paramatma or gods, we have to also increase our voltage and see that we are not at all hurt, something like. So Bodhayana Maharshi and Apastambha, all these Maharshis have designed an anthology like text for people, whoever want to meddle with that. That's why even if you want to do Gayatri Japam, you have to have that Karanyasa, then Digbandha. Everybody goes through that before and after. In between, we are deciding the Mula Mantra, Gayatri, or Mrityunjaya, or any mantra which is very powerful. We are repeating it. Therefore, we should note that Mahanyasa is ultimate. Ultimate means beyond that, we don't have Mahanyasa. Mahanyasa is good enough. Therefore, in this particular Mahanyasa, we have been trying to note down what are our angas, or parts of the body, or members of our body, which have got to be Rudrafied. So we call it the Raudrikaranam. Before that, we have seen the Digbandha, making all directions being very well protected by respective aspects of Paramatma. And we must also know that Eka Iddevaha, there is only one God, but he has got a number of officials, the administrative forces, and as any office runs nowadays or elsewhere. So all are administrative officers with endowed powers. So they will be always having their own jurisdiction, and beyond that they don't go at all. Agni, Vayu, Surya, all these people are confined to their own powers and they never cross. That's because there is that kind of beautiful law, Rutam and Satyam. These are the two laws. So cosmic laws, eternal laws, by which they are all abide. Because the law comes into operation only because of the Bhisha. Bhisha is the fear. Bhisha Deva, Udeti Suryaha, Surya, Chandra, Vayu, all people are afraid that they may go out of gear or out of line. So they always obey. Surya is just getting up just at the right time, on dot, according as the region, according as the season, according all that. So why these people are all having? Because Nyasa is important for them. They're all committed. And they're answerable to Paramatma, who is Narayana or Shiva, whoever it is. That's why we have a statement, Sivana Agna illade, even Iruvu kuda kachodilla. Without the orders by Ishvara, even the ant won't bite, even if you put your finger for its mouth. Anything like that. That is, nobody will hurt you unless there's some kind of directive. That's what we have, the Rishis have pointed out to us. Now we have in the Dashanga Raudri Karanam, we have noted Lalata, Karna, Mukha, Bahu, Nashika, Jathara, Nabhi, Murdha, and come down to Pada. And these are all Daihikam Dasha. These are the body parts connected to, these are all the parts or members of the body connected to us. So these have got to be primarily Rudrafied. And in this sequence, we have come up to making the Mukhasthanam, Karnasthanam, Mukhasthanam, and then Bahusthanam, and so on. And we have come to Nasikasthanam also. So for all the Nyasa, who is the deity who is directly connected to our members of the body, is also a wonderful quest. And we do not know. We think all gods are good for us. But there is some kind of focus attributed to the gods, and all this focus or activity, etc., is being assigned by the rishis. So that's why Sapta rishis and more rishis, they are able to give jobs. And all these rishis are all guided by Parameswari. That's why in Saundarya Lahari, 25th sloka, Shankaracharya tells you that Trayanam Devanam, Amma Mahatayi, at your footstool, all gods are waiting to get some postings of their immediate work that they have got to do with. Ade Shankaracharya inko maat heltare, Amma, when all gods are there in your sabha, all people are there, they want to make prostration to you, and suddenly you get a news that Lord Shiva is coming to visit you, and is at the door. Then immediately Amma gets up, wants to receive him at the gate itself. That is the good wife. So when she starts, then all gods will bow down and with their kiritas on, and then Acharya tells that, Amma, you go carefully, because there will be the tips of the kiritas of these respective gods. So these tips might, you may get hurt by the tips of because they're very sharp. So my dear mother, please walk slowly. You can go to the sloka. So when you look at this kind of cautions, even given to the gods, so you understand the rishis are really greater. And the entire mythology, entire literature is because of the rishis, because the rishis are the promulgators. They are the enunciators. They are all people. So knowing that, we must thank our Bodhayana Maharshi, who has given us the way out to be safe. Whenever we meddle that Rudra, we are supposed to be Manyu Devata. Namaste Rudra Manyava, Uto Taishave Namaha, Namaste Astu Dhanvane, Bahubhyam Utate Namaha. And Uta is and. Te Bahubhyam Namaha. So even in the Bahus, Paramatma Rudra is present. And his Bahus are proverbial, undefeatable. If Rudra were to go to war, he cannot be defeated. Agni cannot be defeated. Durga Parameswari cannot be defeated. They're all unassailable and also not defeatable. So they are all para, para, para. And therefore, even our Bahus also must be strong enough that we are able to meet up the expectations and protect ourselves. See, soon after this Raudrikaranam, we get the Atmaraksha Kartavya. See, look at the graduation or gradation or marking in the process of the Mahanyasams, because what leads to the other is important, so that you are secured, ensured also. Something like the takeoff. So in Bhagavad Gita also, you have seen Krishna, first of all, opening the syllabus, what he wants to tell in the yoga system. Then he will talk about the entire Karma Yoga. Then Atma Sayamana. With that, it is a platform to take off. Then one enters into Bhakti Yoga. And from Bhakti Yoga, he goes to Jnana Yoga. So this kind of takeoff are there in Gita. In Mahanyasam also, I think there is that kind of arrangement to safe landing and takeoff. So now we are going with the Bahu. In the Bahu, so Om Gam Bahu Bhyam Namaha, Om Bahusthane Varunaya Namaha. Up to them we have come. So Bahusthanagalali yaridare andre Varuna idane. Varuna is the god of fluidity. Is the Apo Raja. So Varuno Raja Aghamarshanaha. So you can always cleanse yourself only with water. See, Mrudvarina Suchihi anta heltare. So if at all you want to have clean up, only mud and water. In earlier days, people used to clean their vessels, cooked through which we cooked through mud and water. These days, so much of detergent have come, but still all of them have got the mud, Prithvi Sambandham. And without Prithvi up Tejo Vayu Akasha, we have no existence at all. You are going to have a beautiful elaboration, enunciation and explanation of Panchabhutas, or the 5 elements, by an associate professor on 19th Sunday morning, Usha Chaiswal. She's a associate professor in the Deva Samskrit University. You can know more about these Panchabhutas, the 5 elements, within and without. Within means in our body, without means in the nature. So that's why this Varuna is chosen to be the guardian or to be having his residence in the bahus of all people in the world. So thereby, Gambahubhya. And who is this Varuna? This mantra is very significant. Every evening in Sandhya Vandana, everybody has to make prayer to Varuna with this mantra, and until the deathbed. Because Sandhya Vandanam people skip because of number of reasons they give out. Because these days all children are given Sandhya Vandanam, but how much they continue? Lakhs of rupees are spent for Brahmopadesam, just to give one mantra to the boy. But unfortunately, things have all changed because they have their own reasons. But the Rishis do not believe in the reasons that we propose for him, because their outlook is different. What to do? That's why here, what is the mantra? Every evening we say, Tatvayami Brahmana Vandamanastadashaste Yajamano Havirbhihi Ahedamano Varuna Iha Abodhi Urusham Sa Ma Na Ayuho Pramoshi. Bahubala is very much important. Or any danger that attacks your body, your hands come for first defense. And if your hands are stronger, the defense is stronger and you are protected better than becoming worst. I know some people who get their fractures done when the impact of their hands or fingers, etc., is too much, that they get the bones broken or all these things. But if there were to be good strength in the bone strength is important. And shoulder is such a way, it has been designed and arranged by Paramatma that all strength is there in the shoulder and the thighs. So thigh bone and shoulder bones, they are very important. Therefore, because the Varuna is the guardian, Varuna is the fluidity. That means fluidity, flexibility, availability, and stretchability, etc., is very much needed in the hands. If at all you want to reach distance, minimum. So hand distance is possible, or you can even bend, but you can catch it. That's why there is a proverb also talking about the importance of the hand. So you should keep always arm distance from a bull and a bad fellow. Dushtam and anadvaham. So you should keep, because you don't know the behavior, you can't predict them. A wicked fellow or a bull also, because it has got a long horns. If it just turns you, you will be pierced. Therefore, a bull and a wicked fellow, you should always keep arm distance. That's why we have got a lot of information. So, Ili, Vandamanaha, what you have got to do, the Varuna, you have got to respect, revere, bow down your head. Simply not Vandamanaha, but Brahmana Vandamanaha. You have to utter Varuna mantra. With mantra, you should make namaskara. Our Yajurveda, Brahmanas and all people tell you that you should not offer a flower or anything without accompanying the mantra. If you just throw a flower, it is a throw. If you utter a mantra, Om Namah Shivaya Namaha Om, then it is a puja. So puja and mantra, with puja, with mantra is puja, without mantra is hurting. Therefore, our Ayurveda tells you that you should have the discipline. Whenever you offer to the feet of Paramatma, utter the name, utter the Namaha. So here, Brahmana Vandamanaha, Tvam Varuna Yami. Oh Varuna, anytime you make a prayer to a god, he becomes the sole god for you. He becomes prime god for you. That is what is the discipline from Yajurveda. The moment you take a god into your account, that god is supreme for you. The other gods who are there will be accompaniments to him. That is how there is always that type of system. For example, if you talk about Seshachalaya, the Venkatramana Swami, Seshachalaya is not alone. All gods are there in that Seshachala, Garudachala, and because he's a lord of the mountains. So therefore, Seshachala, Garudachala, then all the 7 mountains are under his twitch of thumb. And therefore, one god, but at that particular instance, you remember the Sesha mountain, and imagine the Paramatma moving about there. Like that, Yami, Tattvam Yami, Brahmana Vandamanaha. Kaha, who is that doing? Yajamanaha Vandamanaha. See, if Yajamana is the representative of all people, because Yajamana will always make Asmakam Sahakutumbanam Yoga Kshema. So Yajamana will say that not only his Kutumba, but also the Kutumba, Lokakshema Dharmartha Kama Moksha. Like that, the Yajamana means the Yagna, the reverer, the puja maker or sacrificer. Avnen Martane Ashaste. You know the word Asha. Asha is hope. Asha is expectation. Asha is planning. Asha is project designing, etc. So Yajamana is having number of things regarding himself, regarding his family, regarding his state, regarding all that. Therefore, Yajamana Shaste. He is not simply doing it's not dry desire work, but Havirpihi. Havihi means offerings, food. So he is just doing the namaskara with food, or ahutis are there kept for him. So with ahutis, which are liked by Varuna. So ahuti bihi, avir bihi. Therefore, what is the request for the great god Varuna? Ahe damanaha Varuna iha abodhi. Abodhi is a very interesting verb. Bodha. Bodha is awakening. Bodha is gnanam. The bodha comes from the word buddhi. So buddhi iddavaragella bodha baratte. Buddhi illa andre bodha illa. So all people, all elders will say, use your brain, use your intelligence, use your, like that they say, because if you use your brain, use your intelligence, then you are going to get real solutions. That's why we say, Dhiyo yona prachodayatu. Why you give so much importance for the Brahma Mantra Gayatri? Because Dhiyo yona prachodayat. Not only Gayatri, Savitri Mantra, even for Durga Mantra also, we have got Durga Parameswari also equally potential, but different form of Devi Parvati. For her, we say, Sarva Chaitanya Rupam Tam Adhyam Shaktincha Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Nodidra? Alli kuda Adhyam Shaktincha Dhimahi. We meditate upon the primordial energy, and that primordial energy is simply abstract, but she becomes concrete and blessing and influential. Then we make a prayer, because she is a Sarva Chaitanya Rupa. All Chaitanyam is there in her. Like that, Bodhamanaha abodhi. And yes, I am awakeful. What should I do to you? Varuna will ask me or ask the devotee, what should I do for you? Then you should tell also the account. Gurusyam, you please bestow in me highest peace. That is to say, permanent peace. What is permanent peace? Moksha. And we have got also transitory, temporary peace. Shantigal Vrate. You are desiring to get a sofa to your house. You select a sofa and bring home. Then it's a temporary shanti. 1 or 2 days, Ammaya, I got my desire fulfilled. I got a wonderful sofa in my house. 1 or 2 days, you'll sit. Afterwards, forget. So you lose shanti because you get another idea, something like that. So here, Guru Shabda tells you permanent, long standing. And again, another point is, Naha Ayuhu Ma Pramoshihi. So in order to enjoy constant peace in the journey of my life, I request that please don't reduce my ayus, my longevity, my span of life. When do you get the span of life being hurt or interrupted? When we fall sick, when we go to unwanted places like court or police station, etc. So when we are having that kind of negative approaches, don't have, then we are completely enjoying or reaching up to the Urusham, the absolute peace. Absolute peace is Shanti. That's why we say Prithvi Shanti, Antarikshagum Shanti, Shantireva Shantihi. So our Shantireva Shanti is, I think, could be understood for Guru Shanti. So Urusham. And so Ayuhu Pramoshi, for all that, Sariramadhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. So the body has got to be fully protected by Paramatma. We may eat food, we may do all our activities. Oh, I am taking nutritious food, no problem. No. What food you take, it should agree with you and give you energy. That is only Paramatma Anugraha. That's why there is always the plus sign is Daiva. So that's why Deva Prasadat Mahimana Misham. Mahanarana Prasad tells you that your prayatna coupled with the divine grace would give you the happiness to you. So Ma Pramoshi means Kaltana Madu. Mushati Karmanaha. Mushati means to steal away, take away what you love most. Don't take away my life, my health, because health improvement is important, not food improvement, not any other improvement. So health care is important, not any other things. So other health care, you have to increase it, because these days the food habits of people are so objectionable and not encouraging that they get diseases, long chronic diseases like diabetics, blood pressure, etc. All cancer and all these people are getting at a very young age. Therefore, to rid of all these things, we want our ayus be maintained till the expected end. Now I go to the Nasik Daso. This is what and mantra chosen. Now the next one is Nasika Sthane Vayave Namaha. Now this is the mantra for Vayu. You know, in Rig Veda, we have got independent suktas, mantras for Vayu, Agni, Surya, Indra, Chandra, all these Saraswati, etc. But only one particular specific appropriate mantra has been picked up to refer to our body and the member of the body protection. Because Rudra is all in all. Sarvo Hyesha Rudra. Now I am reading the mantra. Om Namah Shambhave Chamayo Bhave Cha. Namah Shankaraya Chamayaskaraya Cha. Namah Shivaya Shivataraya Cha. Well, that mantra I have been explaining that Rudra is Shambhu, he is Shiva, he is Shankara, he is Mayaskara. Well, all these things are, he has got multiple responsibilities connected to his devotees. So Rudra is not free. His hands are not free. His looks are not free, but they're all engrossed with some responsibility which is attributed by the bhakta to him. That's why bhakta paradhinaha shivaha. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಶಿವನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ತಾಯಿ ಮಹಾಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ, ಮಹಾಸರಸ್ವತಿ, ಮಹಾಪಾರ್ವತಿ, she will take care of her husband's bhaktas. Chandrasekhara bhaktarti bhanjana yai namo namaha. So don't trust only Shiva. Sometimes he will become absent-minded because of his yogic practice. But Parvati is all conscious Parameswari. Therefore, not only she takes care of her bhaktas, she adds to that list the bhaktas of Chandrasekhara. So Chandrasekhara bhaktarti bhanjana yai namo namaha anta nodidra ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ದಿ ಹೆಂಗಸರಿಗೆ. Yesterday only probably Women's Day, International Global Day was performed, giving importance and talking about the importance of the woman upon the earth. So that's why Stri eva Pesalam. On Kuntaka, a great Alankarika tells that the very name Stri itself is so soft and tender and beautiful and etc. Anyway, so here this Shambhavan. Now the mantra relation to Vayu, because Uchvasa and Nisvasa is very important. The lung health, heart health is important. There should not be blockage right from the outside down the lungs and heart. Therefore, they always club lung-heart mission. They don't separate lung mission and heart mission, I believe. I don't know. So they, whenever there is need, they will start the lung-heart machine and make work, and afterwards they stop and make the lung and heart to be independent. Therefore, the Nasika is the gateway, the entrance point. That's exactly what we call it, Vaikuntha-dwaram for our body. Ano niyudbhihi. Narasimha avare ottira? Ano niyudbhihi. Are you familiar or anybody?
ಹೇಳಿ
ಆನೋ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಿನಿ ವಿರದ್ವರಂ ಸಹಸ್ರಣಿ ವಿರೂಪಯಾಹಿ ಯಜ್ಞಂ ವಾಯೋ ಅಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಅವಿಷಿ ಮಾದಯಸ್ವ ಯೂಯಂ ಪಾತ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿಭಿಃ ಸದಾ ನಃ ನಮಃ ಶಂಭವೇ ಚ ಮಯೋಭವೇ ಚ ನಮಃ ಶಂಕರಾಯ ಚ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರಾಯ ಚ ನಮಃ ಶಿವಾಯ ಚ ಶಿವತರಾಯ ಚ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ರುದ್ರಾಯ ಯಂ ವಂ ಭೂರ್ಭುವಸ್ವರೋ ವಾಯುವ್ಯದಿಗ್ಭಾಗೆ ನಾಸಿಕಾಸ್ಥಾನೆ ರುದ್ರಾಯ ನಮಃ.
Very good. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಯು ದೇವತೆಗೆ ಇದು ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ ಮಂತ್ರ, ಇದು ಋಗ್ವೇದ 7th ಮಂಡಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ವಾಯು ಸೂಕ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಯಂ ಪಾತ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿಭಿ ಸದಾನಃ. ಯೂಯಂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಯುದೇವನು ಒಬ್ಬನಲ್ಲ, there is one ವಾಯು and there is vata devatas. There are 49 winds, sapta marutaha ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So among all those vayus, we have got panchavayus, 5 vital airs: prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. Pranopana, vyana, udana, samana me sujjantam. Jyotiraham viraja vipapma bhuya sadgum swaha prithvivyaptejo vayurakasha. So like that, we have already prayers for the Vayu Parivara. So here, Yuyam, Yuyam Pata, you please protect us. How? With what? Swastivihi. That is, Swasti means Arogyam. And it is all holistic health, health to our body, mind and spirit. Sound body, sound mind, sound sleep, sound, everything sound, we say. And in America, people say, if at all you say something, if they agree, they say, it sounds good, antare. In India, we don't use that sounds good. Sound sabda, kadimi use martin India English alli. But here, for anything, if they approve, if they like it, then they say, oh, it sounds good, go ahead. Also, they use the word cool. So the cool, sound, etc. are the positive approvals which are used in English. Like that, here also, Pata, Swastibhihi, not 1-2 days. Sadanaha. Sada means you can't suspend breathing. Breathing should keep going. How long you can stop the breath? Pranayama Madavaga, you can only control the pranayama, the in and out coming of the air, but you may suspend it for a temporarily sometime, because through pranayama you give rest, a little rest for the heart and lung. That's what people say, yogins say, because heart should also be given something like upavasa. Therefore, when you do the upavasa yoga, pranayama, a little tinge of upavasa is given for the heart. Therefore, constantly, some thousands of time, inhale, exhale, the heart suddenly easily gets tired. Therefore, we say that swasti for the heart, swasti for the lungs, swasti for the body, etc. So you yampata. And you know, how do you go? Vayudeva, you come with the horses very quickly to me, to my sacrificial heart. Naha niyudbhihi seteni advaram sahastrani ayahi. Look at, take that club with that yahi. That is the Vedic Sanskrit discipline. Normally in Vedic Sanskrit, the upasarga is removed, kept somewhere, and the verb is kept somewhere. In order to construe the meaning, you should club together. This is exactly also a followance done in the German language. German alli kuda verbu, preposition separate ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು hange. Therefore, German translation for Sanskrit, especially Vedic things, are nearer, better than translation to English. So the first German translation happened to be to Rigveda by Gellner, a German scholar. And I used to follow Gellner's translation of Rigveda sometimes whenever I needed in my research time, because my professor told, follow Gellner. Anyway, like that, here you have got that yahi, yahi. That means yahi means go, aya means come. So gam dhatu, agacha, gacha. You understand? So agahi, please come. How do you come to me? Niyudbhihi, sitinibhihi, sahasranibhihi, advaram ayahi. I hope you understand. You are understanding. Oh Vayudeva, Vayo asmin, Vayo, oh Vayudeva. If Vayu comes, all people will come. Something like that. Whenever you give marriage invitation to your friend, you go to, you tell him, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಸಕುಟುಂಬ ಸಪರಿವಾರ ಸಮೇತವಾಗಿ ಬಂದು ವಧೂವರಗಳನ್ನು ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ. సో బంధు మిత్రాదులతో వచ్చి ఆశీర్వాదము చేయండి అన్నప్పుడు ఈస్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ ది యజమాన, ఓన్లీ యజమాన ఈస్ బీయింగ్ గివన్ ద యజమాన ఈస్ బీయింగ్ గివన్ ది invitation, but it doesn't mean that even the small child born in the house family cannot be taken. Yes, all people are expected. Sakutumba saparivara sametavagi bandhu. Hange illi kuda see hundreds, they have got number of horses. Niyudbhihi means horses. Sitinibhihi, sahasranibhihi means they have the speed also is conveyed there. The horses have got such a tremendous speed. That's why we call horsepower. And not only horsepower, but also Ashwavidya. Among 64 kalas, Ashwavidya is also one kala, in which you know that Nala was the past master. So Nala Chakravarti was past master, and Damayanti Swayamvaram, when it is announced, very short notice was given to Nala Maharaja. And Rituparna Maharaja also got it in the same invitation for the Damayanti Swayamvaram already. Then Rituparna Maharaja wanted to reach the place within 1-2 days. So 1,000 miles in 1,000 yojanas in one day. So only 2-3 days, 2 days. So with that speed, he made the horses run. Therefore, there is also a proverb, as you know, the horse speed depends upon the rider of the horse. So గుర్రం యొక్క కంట్రోల్స్ స్పీడ్ ఆ రైడర్ మీద డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది. రౌతు అంటారు తెలుగులో. రౌతు ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ బాగుంటే గుర్రం కూడా అలాగే ఉంటుంది రౌతు. Similarly, we say if the mother is good, the daughter is good. If the father is good, the son is good అంటారు. So they judge the mother, the daughter and son and the horse depending upon the abilities and etc. of the father and mother and the rider. So ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶತನೀಭಿ ಸಹಸ್ರನಿವೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅಂತಹ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇರೋ ಕುದುರೆಗಳಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಅಧ್ವರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಜ್ಞ, ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಯಜ್ಞಕ್ಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಡಲ್ಲಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಾಯುವೇಗ, ಮನೋವೇಗ, ಗರುಡ ವೇಗ ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ there are speeds being characterized or marked. Among all speeds marked, even Vayudeva is also speed. That's why Hanuman went to Lanka with the speed of the wind god. Therefore, his yojanas, he was able to cover 100 yojanas in no time because he is Vayuputra. So he is the true son of his father. Therefore, here you see Sahasranibhi Upayahi Yagnam Vayo. ಬಂದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ನಾನೇನು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಜ್ಞಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಹವಿಷಿಮಾದಯಸ್ವ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಆಫರಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ದಟ್, ನೋ ಗ್ರಂಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್. See, whenever whatever is offered to us, normally the offerer will always choose the best to be offered to a particular person chosen. So ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟ, ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾದದ್ದು ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾದನ್ನ is automatic enjoyment. Oh, the color, yeah, I like it. Oh, the taste, I like it. People say it. But that kind of madana is there for gods. Yuyam, so avishimadayasva. Oh, Vayudeva, please take delight in the offering that I've kept for you. And then what should you do? Yuyam pata, not only you, along with your all Vayu Parivara, please protect us here in the sacrifice and in the lokas, whoever I got to do, Pata Swastivi. Adu, once we offer you the offering, that offering must be standard one to protect us constantly all through our life. Bhasa in Swapnavasadatta tells us that Yaddattam Yadhutam Tathaiva Tishtati. Whatever is given as a gift for somebody and whatever has been put into the fire, that will remain constantly like that, only paying you dividends. So nimge yavaglu interest bartane irutte. Yaddattam yadhutam tathaiva tishtati. 60,000 ರೇಷ್ಮೆ ಸ್ಯಾರಿ ಪೂರ್ಣಾಹುತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿರುವ ಸ್ಯಾರೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ವಸ್ತ್ರಗಳು ಅವ್ರ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಂಬಿಕೆ. Because when Devas and Asuras churned the ocean, you don't know how many precious things came up in the ocean after the Visham. Therefore, Yuyam Pata Swastivi. I think I can stop. I can go with it. So here Nasika Sthane Vayave Namaha. After Nasika, we go to the most important Jatara. In Jatara, Kubera is being respected. That's why Kubera is the treasurer of all gods. Rather, he is the banker. All gods have got their deposits done with Kubera. Therefore, Rajadhirajaya Prasakya Sahine Namo Vayam Vai Sravanaya Kurmahe Same Kaman Kamakaman. Helapa? What is that mantra? Same Kaman. Hel Subramanya avare irodu.
Kamaya.
Kameswaro vai dadatu.
Sahine namo vayam vai shravanaya kurmahe same kaman kamakamaya mahyam kameshwaro vai shravano dadatu. Om
So Vaisravanaha is a Vistravastamaya, Kubera. ಈ ಕುಬೇರನ ಅವನು ಜಠರ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಬೇರ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಬ್ಡೋಮಿನಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಬಾಡಿ? Abdomen is a magic box, because the moment in the abdominal operation done, all machinery is found. So any person who is expert in the abdominal operations should be very, very strict and very, very much limited. So wherever there is a problem, you should touch that and get out, but not meddle with other parts, because a very sensitive system, stomach and all allied things, because they're all enzyme providers and many nutrients providers. Our entire machinery is there. So also Kubera. Kubera is the treasurer, because all people, including gods, are Kamaya. See, Kamaya anavaga, nama Kama, we are always the desirers. And everybody born right from cradle to grave will sustain desires and desires and desires. Therefore only all yogic people, all great people, you try to control your desires. Buddha in his religion is very strict. Kill the desire antare. If you are able to eliminate your desire, if you are able to control your desires, you are safe. That's why tongue and stomach, imagine, the tongue is the invoker, tongue is a truant, tongue is the indisciplined sometimes, many times. Tongue keeps on wanting so many things in the world, because there are 6 taste buds are there. So the taste buds will tell you, will make you good or bad or different. Therefore, but stomach is a Paramatma, and stomach will not ask you any prescription. I want this, I want that. No, it is all no, it's only tongue. Upprikai beku anta nalke korutte. Yo tumba sihi aitu, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ achar hakbidi anta. So this is all what would happen. That's why we have a mantra here. Here I know Namak Sambhavecha. Now Soma is the god. Soma is the god. Indrani is the goddess. And these are all the 2 important, and Shiva, of course, Rudra. So all these 3 people are connected to the safety, protection, and continuity and health of our stomach. Now let us know the meaning. Vayam Soma Tapavrate Tanushu Manaha Tanushu Vibrataha and Prajavantaha Asimahe Indrani Devi Subhaga Supatni. So here, let us know the meaning. He Soma Vayam Tapavrate. Oh Somadeva, Soma is again Surya. I mean, Soma again is Rudra, because Soma andre Sa Umaya Sahitaha Soma. Andre no, Parvati Parameswara, both are clubbed in that. Even Shivalinga is also Parvati Parameswara's Rubam. That's why we have got so many stotras on Shiva Parvati. Ashtanarishwara worship is very powerful. That's why Namah Shivabhyam, Bundu Sloka Nodkode, Namah Shivabhyam, Navayavvanabhyam, Parasparasrishta Tapobhiradhyam, Namo Namah Shankara Parvatibhyam. So Namah Shivabhyam, Shankara Parvatibhyam. So Shivalinga Gudaste is the representative of the couple. Parvati Parameswara Dampatya is being signified there. So, O Soma, Navavrate Vayam Tishtamaha. How are you observing the vrata or wo or puja to Soma? Because Tanushu Manaha Viprataha, that's exactly the yoga. Trying to arrest our mind and deposit our mind, Manasu, in our own system of our body. That is what Suddhi. So, Kal Tolkondre, Achamana Madre, Suddhagati. That's why we do Achamanam Before Achamanam, we wash our legs, feet. So washing the feet, and these two are very much important. So Anu should be Bibhra is a bearing. We have to bear that kind of purity and identity of our mind with Paramatma in our own system of body. Normally, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆರ್ ಒಂದು ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So this is how people are all diverting very much. There is congregation, but there is no concentration, and on the work that is going on. These days it is like that. So ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಬೋಧಾಯನ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ picked up a mantra. Whenever you want to protect your stomach, you should be doubly careful. Therefore, Tanushu Manaha ಏನ್ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೀವು ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Not anything that is apple. So junk food, ಆ food, ಈ food, thousands of things are there. People do not reach home but kitchen. But before that, we have got so much of payment meetings. So ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ. Tanushu Manaha Bibrataha and Prajavantaha Ajimai. Why do I want? Because stomach is a machine, is the most important engine, and therefrom every good is being generated for the person lifelong. So Prajavantaha andre artha enu, having good children, having good company, having good social etiquette or social respect, etc. All that comes under the word Prajavantaha. Ja is Janma. Pra means Praseshena Janma. So whenever we have got the Janma, that Janma must be rewarding, must be awarding, must be livable happily. That's why Praja ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಮೂಲ ಕಾರಣ ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ದೇವಿ ಆರ್ ಇಂದ್ರಪತ್ನಿ. Indrani is also Mahalakshmi. So Mahalakshmi is the repository of any and every good in her. Also, any and every bad also. So Lakshmi idre people go astray. Lakshmi idre people can become. So ನಮ್ಮ ಚಿಕ್ಕಮ್ಮ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹಿಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿಯನ್ನು, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬಿಡಬಾರ್ದು. You should hold your Lakshmi in your hand tight and use only for appropriately ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಂದ್ರಾಣಿ ದೇವಿ ಅವಳು ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಭಗ. ಭಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ. ಭಗ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ there are 32 and more meanings in our dictionary. ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏಕಾಕ್ಷರ ನಿಘಂಟು is there, ದ್ವಿಅಕ್ಷರ ನಿಘಂಟು is there, and ನಿಘಂಟು dictionaries are there. In fact, in Sanskrit, ನಮ್ಮ ಪುರುಷೋತ್ತಮರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, there are 27 dictionaries are there. ಅಮರಕೋಶ ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅಮರಕೋಶ ಗೊತ್ತು, Sanskrit dictionary, but there is a Medini, there are so many koshas are there. So when commentators, whenever they try to construe and interpret and give out the meaning of the words, you employed by our rishis in the mantras or by great poets like Kalidasa, Babhuti, Bharavi, etc., they go to different dictionaries and give us what could be, because Shastric dictionaries there. So botanical names are there for all our vegetables. If you take, we simply say for bendekai one name, but botanist will tell different botanical name for that, like that. So Indrani is a bhaga, but that too subhaga, sukham, sutaram, sushtu, bhaga. So she is not rich. That's why in Sri Suktam we say Mahadhane. She is being addressed as Mahadhanam me dehi Mahadhane anta keltare. Amma Mahalakshmi, there is no dearth for your riches, for your greatness. So give me some money, some portion, some prosperity, some luck, some fortune anta keltivi. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಂದ್ರಾಣಿ ಯಾರವ್ರ ದೇವಿ, she is ಸುಭಗ ಸುಪತ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಮಹಾತಾಯರು ಇಂದ್ರಾಣಿಯನ್ನು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೋಮದೇವನನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ವ್ರತ ಹೆಂಗೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವ್ರತಂ? ವ್ರತ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಅವರ್ ಋಷಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ತನೂಷು ಮನಃ ಬಿಭ್ರತಃ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. We all know that without concentration, focus, we don't progress properly, sufficiently. So adequate prosperity beku andre focus of our mind should be there, because mind is a screen, and the white screen, it is not at all, it will project, it will just reflect whatever you project. So the projecting is important for our mind. Therefore, you are coming to after Jatarasthane, Kubera is there. You know, Indrani, Kubera, and Soma, they are all three good friends. In fact, Kalidasa says, compliments Rudra, Shiva, talking about Kedareswara, Dhanapati Sakham ante compliment kortan Shivanige. Shiva is the very close friend of Dhanapati, is Kubera. And even Kubera also takes it a great credit for him to become a great friend, and he expects sometime or the other Shiva will come for help, for some support, for some cooperation. With that hope, not to be away, far away from Shiva, Kubera has built his palace next to Shiva's Kailasa. Therefore, Shiva Dhanapati Sakham anta heltane. So Hataraha Kubera and Shiva both are very close associates, but nobody takes the help of the others. Both are independently rich, but both are taking care of each other in mind and thinking each other. Therefore, Kubera continues to be a rich fellow because of Krishna, because of Rudra Dhyana. Who is Rudra? Ekaiswarye stitopi pranata bahupalepi. That is what is the cream of the characteristic of Kubera. Thereby, he is having a richest among all gods. The richest god is Rudra, because he has got highest Vairagya. Yarig Vairagya idyo, they are the Dhanapatis. Yarig Vairagya Kadimidyo, they cannot be Dhanapatis at all, because you keep on going into the world with more and more things that you have got. That's why do you recite Rudra? Why do you do Abhisheka to Rudra? And you know, Rudra by himself does not keep anything for himself. Whatever you offer, he gives you back to you. Milk, curds, ghee, and honey, and phalarasam, etc. Whatever you offer to him, there are 108 dravyas are there. We can offer to Rudra. He will not keep anything. He's a Bola Shankar, he will give back. Therefore, he is the indicator. He is the goal for all yatis. Yatinam yatihi. Ekaiswarye stitopi pranata bahapalopi yaswayam kruttivasaha. He never wears gorgeous dress. He is accessible to all people. Something like Bill Gates today. People say Bill Gates is so, one need not wait. One can walk into his chambers and talk to him and I don't know truth, but I mean, any great person, any rich person must be accessible for people. Then only we are so great about it. Therefore, here is Jatara Kuberaya Namaha. Next, we have got Nabhisthana. Then we have got the Akashasthana. And then we go to that. So this is how the entire Samputi, our Rodri Karanam is taking place. We have the choice of Kubera. Next, we have got Ishana. And ultimately, the Akashasthana and the Rudra. That's why Urdhva Yanamaha, Urdhvalinga Yanamaha, Akasha Yanamaha, Akasalinga Yanamaha. So that will continue next. Today we stop here. Om Swasti.
Om Sahanavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyanto. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Shri Vasudevarpanamastu. Shri Veda Purusha Ashirvadostu. Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Guruji Namaste.